One of the hardest decisions to make in IPL cricket is four players to retain for the Mumbai Indians. Along with Dan Vittori, Gaurav Sundararaman, and Saurabh Somani, we will try our best to maybe help the most successful franchise in IPL history. Now, I can tell you that Dan, Saurabh, and Gaurav have been on the same page on this. They have retained Rohit Sharma, no surprises. Kieron Pollard, no surprises. Jasprit Bumrah, no surprises. That fourth spot is up for grabs, isn't it? Given that there can only be a maximum of three Indian players. Hardik Pandya is the player that Dan, Gaurav, and Saurabh have chosen. Now, I've gone Ishan Kishan. The uncertainty around Pandya, whether he's going to bowl more, and the fact that Kishan gives them the role of the Indian wicketkeeper bat to solves another box. But there's still faith shown from the three of you in Hardik Pandya. Dan, is that wise, given the long-term desire to have a player in and the fact that Pandya's bowling is uncertain?
It's too tempting to not look back a couple of years and see his form and see what he can be to Mumbai and India when he's top of his game. I think Mumbai and probably Delhi are the teams that have been hampered by the fact you have to retain one overseas player. And I think if they had their purest wish, would be to be able to retain four Indian players, and then you'd have tough tasks bringing Ishan Kishan or Krunal Pandya in as well. But I think ultimately you see Hardik Pandya at his best, and Hardik Pandya at his best could arguably be the first choice in an IPL auction. So this is what I'm relying on. If I see him at his best, then I'm justified in my selection, and I'm hoping you're wrong.
GS, let's get your thoughts. We've not even discussed Surya Kumar Yadav just yet.
So India have been searching for their all-rounder for so long, right? You keep talking about it for the national setup. There's nobody to replace Hardik. A lot of people have come in, they've gone. Nobody's really sealed that place. And now you're actually, you have that all-rounder who adds so much balance to an IPL team. And now the fact that if you want to let him go, it's too risky an option in my view. You have to kind of change your balance. You have to find another Indian all-rounder, or unless Mumbai have someone specifically in mind, or they want to completely change the balance of the team in going a different approach, then maybe yes. But otherwise, even if he bowls 2 overs, that's really good for me. And what he gives you in the depth, not many people can come in and just strike the first ball for the 6th. So if you move back to Wankhede, maybe things might work out. He might come back to form. So hopefully recency bias does not creep in. And I think Hardik is there for the next 5 to 7 years. So Ishan is very tempting. He bats, he opens. Again, I'll try my best to get Ishan. Who will go for more money in the auction, whether it'll be Ishan Kishan or Hardik Pandya? In my view, it's Hardik Pandya.
All right, Saurabh, interesting that. Thoughts on why Hardik over a Surya Kumar Yadav?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Mumbai Indians, this mega auction is like the saddest moment for me. I've built this kick-ass team, and letting go of guys like Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan is just unthinkable for any other franchisee. But I think Mumbai have to do that, and it's like Gaurav said, who will go for more in the auction, Hardik Pandya or Surya Kumar Yadav? I think Hardik Pandya would, because what he offers, almost no one else does, apart from maybe Pollard or Russell at their best. Hardik Pandya at his best is sort of like that. Surya Kumar Yadav is just an amazing guy to have in your 3, 4, 5, wherever he can bat. But Hardik Pandya just a little ahead.
Dan, would it be at all a tempting enough option where if you retain just the 3 players, you go in with an extra 9 crore as balance in the purse? And would you then ask yourself, if I want to try and get 2 out of Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, and maybe even Krunal Pandya back in, let's not retain Kieron Pollard? Is that a thought that will ever cross your mind?
No, I just think you can get so easily caught out at an auction, and your best laid plans, and you value a player at a certain point, and then all of a sudden 2 teams take it away from you. So it can happen time and time again. So I think the certainty with quality players is the right way to go. And when you've got Pollard and what he's meant to the franchise, and it's still his performance, I think he's another one of these guys who's starting to really understand his fitness regime and how to get the most out of himself. And he wants to play till his late 30s, 40s, and you've almost seen a renaissance of Kieron Pollard. So I would take what I knew and what to expect, and not only performance but his leadership. I think you've just got to take that at the time.
Surely the likes of Trent Bolt and Quinton de Kock, GS, were not going to outrank Pollard if there was only one overseas slot.
Yeah, definitely. And off the record, you had mentioned that Rohit Sharma needs a deputy.
Yes.
And that's a very, very key factor. There are 6-7 teams who don't even know who their captain is. And here we are with Mumbai Indians, who actually have 2 captains who can actually lead a franchise, which is very, very important in the long run. So I think Pollard adds that value as well, which maybe, De Kock, there is a case for that. But I think opening batters, you can find quite a lot. So I think Pollard is a very, very tempting option.